Hello, everyone, and welcome to my podcast. Y'all may have just heard that I have changed the music for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm trying to make some changes to the podcast so it's going to sound better. Hopefully, it'll flow better and it will attract more listeners that way. So anyway, we're talking about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier today, the third episode, the Power Broker. But before we get into that one, I want to talk about the previous episode. You know, some of the things that I said in the previous episode. I don't know why I heard Will Hoskins when Battlestar was introducing himself to Sam and Bucky, but his name is Lamar Hoskins. And then the little soldier guy that's been partnering with Sam here lately, his name is Torres. I haven't caught his first name yet, but it's Torres is his last name. That's what Sam called him. And then let's see, John Walker. I want to talk about him for a minute. When I said he didn't sit right with me, it's because, he's a really arrogant guy, and he doesn't even look at these people he's working with as people. Like, he even called Bucky an asset when he bailed him out of jail. So, he's pretty arrogant. But then I also want to talk about something else that I've heard over the weekend. The guy that plays John Walker, that plays the new Captain America, the actor, Wyatt Russell, he's been getting a lot of hate on social media, and he's just an actor, you know. Yes, he plays the new Cap, and he's arrogant and everything like that, but he is an actor. There's a difference between the two. You know, he should not be getting, he's been getting death threats and things like that, and he should not be getting that stuff. I mean, that's just wrong. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say about that. He's an actor and he should not be getting hate. And then also, I cover Outlander, and Tobias Menzies, he got a lot of flack for playing Blackjack Randall, and he didn't deserve any of that either. And even Sam Heughan, Jamie, the guy that plays Jamie, he gets it from fans too, which is weird. He gets bullied from them though, and that I will not tolerate any of that, on any of my social media platforms. I mean, if you want to hate the character, that's one thing, but do not bully the actors. They're doing a job, and if you hate them that much, then they're doing a good job. So anyways, something else I want to bring up. I feel really dumb because I've been binge watching Captain America movies this weekend. I watched the first one, and then I watched Winter Soldier, and then I watched Civil War. Well, I didn't get quite to the end of Civil War, but I did watch it. And guys, I have seen these movies before, right? But I don't know if I just blacked out or whatever during Civil War, especially during Civil War, because if y'all remember in my Facebook group, if you're in my Facebook group, I asked a set of questions about the episode, and y'all can answer them if you want to leave me feedback. Well, I asked a really dumb question last week. I was like, are you surprised that there are more super soldiers? And duh. Okay, because in Civil War, what I saw of it, they made more serum. But see, this is my thing, y'all. I always thought that Captain America was the only super soldier there was, because when they made him, the serum was destroyed. The building blew up that he was getting made into a super soldier at, and so I thought all the serum was destroyed with that. And I didn't realize that they had made more of these guys, but probably before Steve Rogers, but I always thought Steve Rogers was the only one. And what I thought happened with the Hulk was that he tried to become like Steve Rogers, but it went terribly wrong. So I always thought that was how that was, and that's how it, in my mind, I always thought that. I don't know why. And, if I would have been paying attention to Civil War, that was the whole reason why they were at war, was because not Bucky, but Zemo was trying to get Bucky to help him destroy the super soldiers, or destroy the serum. But I guess during all that part, I must have blanked out because, I always thought Civil War, what they were fighting, because Cap was protecting Bucky, and the government wanted Tony Stark to, stop him. And I know that did have a lot to do with it, and I know that Bucky did kill Tony Stark's family as the Winter Soldier, and I thought that was the whole, beef. And I knew that Captain wanted to keep the Avengers together. And, I am talking about things that were relevant to the movie. But there was also the issue about super soldiers. And that's where Zemo would come in. And because he wanted to stop all super soldiers, Because if you have that much power, like he even said in this episode, you have that much power, you're going to start thinking that you're perfect. Which, you know what? That's what's happening with Captain America, I feel like. Or John Walker, I should say, not Captain America. But anyway, that's all I wanted to bring up about in the previous episode. So in this current episode, the synopsis reads, Sam, Bucky, and an unlikely ally venture to a criminal safe haven in the Indonesian archipelago in search of information about super soldier serum. Okay, so I got a little confession to make. After I read that synopsis, I actually paused the podcast and went and watched the rest of the Civil War. It's actually a very important movie if you're going to be watching this show, especially the recent episode, because you learn who Zemo is, and you learn why the Wakandans have a beef with him. This sounds like I've never watched Captain America and the Winter Soldier, but I promise you guys I did. But I don't know. I don't know why I didn't pay attention or something. I don't know. But yeah, because Bucky, Zemo, his whole thing, what he did was he started the war because he got in between all of the Avengers, And, Zemo's story is kind of sad too because, he lost his family during Age of Ultron. We never saw Zemo in that movie, but that's what happened, He was one of the casualties, he was one of the victims of what the chaos that happens during a battle that the Avengers get into. So yeah, that's who Zemo is. And remember, if y'all listened to the last episode, I didn't know who Zemo was, but I should have. So yeah, anyways, that's the Captain America and Civil War, and we're not talking about that. We're talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But yeah, I needed to get that off my chest. I needed to talk a little bit about that movie because it's important. It's important. And, I guess this is a bad time to say it now, but if you've never seen that movie, spoiler alert, I'll put a warning in my show notes. So, but anyway, this episode starts out with kind of like a commercial for people that are, came through the blip or came back from the blip, how they can get their life back together. It's a public service announcement, I guess, and how those citizens can get back to normal. It's an organization called the Global Repatriation Council, and that's a mouthful. But anyways, after that commercial or whatever you want to call it, it shows the new Captain America getting out of a van that has the initials on the side of it, the GRC, and he's going into where the Flag Smashers stayed in the previous episode, their little safe house there. So, but he goes in there and he's asking questions about them, and if, asking these people if they've seen them and if they know who they are. And of course, these guys that are in there, they deny that they even know who that group is, the Flag Smashers, and Carly Morgenthau is, and the guy there, he spits in John Walker's face, and this upsets him, and he grabs him and he says, "Do you know who I am?" And like this